The weather couldn't be more perfect. Sunny skies as we get set to rumble here at Empire Fight Camp. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
About time too.
Deontay Wilder, bronze bomber, fighting out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, the former heavyweight champion of the world. Oleksandr Usyk, the former Undisputed.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red...
Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. You're going to need it as we have our main event underneath the bright sunny sky. And we're underway in round one. Both men step back for just a moment. Good counter-punching from... And the big cat goes down!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Just misses with that big right hand. Good counter left hand there. Usyk might go down here. What an upset. Usyk couldn't take anymore, and down he goes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Beautiful counter shot. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. His legs are gone, but somehow he's still in this fight.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
Don't let him get back into this fight. It's so important now in his first minute. Look at him. He's absolutely knackered, mate. He's knackered. Come behind your jab and then let your shots go. Don't let him get back into this fight. Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be stressing about his death tank now. Keep what?
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Have you ever danced with the devil under the pale moonlight? That's what these two men are about to go through as they've been talking so much trash on social media. It's time to settle the score. Both going for the KO. It's so obvious. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. He threw the hook, didn't land. Fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
You get in with a slugger, they want to work at their own pace. Use speed, frustrate them, take them out of their comfort zone, make them tired, trip over their own feet, get them angry.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. He got out of the way of that right hook. He misses with that jab. Good counter punching from both these fighters. Missed him with that uppercut. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Beautiful counter punch. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
The right hand's beautiful. Nice round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good man. Great one. Keep on.
There's the bell for round 3. Nice counter shot with the right hand. Good left counter that lands. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches. Nice punch. There's positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch.
He's got a couple of big...
Usyk! And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure. Big whiff with the right hook. Oh, and they just got their bell rung. That's another scoring shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be...
Here we go to the 4th round. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
He blocks the jab. So much firepower here. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. That hook doesn't score. He blocks the right hook. Do you believe what we're seeing? Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. You don't want to trade shots. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Jump all over him, mix it up, body and head, be smart, change your angle. Oh wait, I love that. I love that. That chap's great. And beautiful. That's it. Start just picking up 2 body shots and down.
Time for the 5th round. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Todd, we know one of these fighters can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
Nice punch. What a world championship fight we're seeing, ladies and gentlemen. This is certainly an aggressive fighter, but that doesn't always mean success. How many times have you seen a fighter chase a superior athlete around the ring and just get picked apart even though they were the one pushing the tempo?
How would you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight, fire, fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Come on, look across at him. Look at him now. Fight. It's so important now.
There's the bell for round 6. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now you've got 2 fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow. He blocks that jab. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
He blocks the hook. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. willing to go where the other fighter won't. And he just misses with that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. About these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
And there's the bell for round 7. One of these fighters is starting to run out of gas. What do you do as a fighter when you just don't have the energy?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
And he misses with that jab. That punch lands. Nobody home with that hook. Fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Trying to answer back. Another scoring shot there. Both men step back for just a moment. Right punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
And there's the bell for round 8. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far? Do you believe what we're seeing? What a world championship fight we're seeing, ladies and gentlemen. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round, because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again, and the fight will be over.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own. Neither fighter willing to slow down. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Don't let him get back into this fight. It's so important now in this first minute. Yes, I like that round. Good round. Feel good? Good man. Keep behind your jab and
there's the bell to start round 9. You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Both men step back for just a moment. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
There's a lot on the line here.
don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free shots. Keep smart. Mate, he's gone. I'm telling you, he's gone. Jump up. Body and head. Be smart. Change your angles. Go out there and finish him. He's ready.
Time winding down as we get set to jump back in the action. And there's the bell for round 10. We hear that old phrase, second wind. You've got to find it somehow. He misses with that jab. Caution is being thrown to the wind. And he fails to score with that left hook. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. And he just missed with that left jab. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot guess that.
This is the 11th we've entered the championship rounds. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. He missed with that jab. Both men step back for just a moment. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance? Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Solid punch. That big hook doesn't land. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you, they want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
There's a lot on the line here.
Just keep on top of him. Don't let him get back in the fight.
There's the bell for round 12. You can't connect with that right hook. He blocks that right hook. Couldn't land that jab. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Swing and a miss with the hook. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Miss with that jab. Defense is not an option for these two. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom, In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.